So are you back in school?
Dude.
Sorry.
Never use the S word until it begins.
Oh, okay, so no then, I guess. That's it.
It starts tomorrow.
Oh, sorry.
For the love.
Oh, I'm Jake Schriner.
I'm Pastor Johnny Leckie. And this is the Compass Conversation Podcast.
Hello.
Hello. Just pause now for your...
Pointing at you, arguing.
Why do you...
We will follow you, King Jesus.
Oh my goodness! All right. Well, hi, and welcome back to the Compass Conversation Podcast, where we talk all things Compass Church behind the scenes. You get the real deal,
Scoop.
the scoop before the scoop, which is sometimes the wrong scoop.
Yeah.
So.
It's a little misleading at times.
All right, but before we do that, let's see how you doing. How you doing, Jake Schriner?
I'm
Mustachioed.
Yeah, you like the mustache?
Yes,
I'm doing very, very well. Thank you. Yes, I'm on a new adventure.
Yes, you are.
And I'm enjoying it so far. Yeah, it was great. So Thursday was my last day at Altitude Steel. After almost 10 years, 9 years and 9 months, almost to the day.
Yeah.
On to new things. Kind of, I like to think of that, the Tolkien poems, and then not all who wander are lost.
Not all who wander are lost.
I won't do the whole poem for you, but
You've been doing a lot of wandering.
Doing a little wandering,
a lot of running, a lot of walking.
Definitely a lot of running. Yeah, that's for sure. Went for a good run this morning. Yeah, set a PR in my 10K. So
Hey,
that's
come
always
on.
nice.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Where did you go for your 10K?
There's a loop that I do that's almost exactly a 10K. I leave the house. I go down the Toll Gate Creek Trail all the way out here, and then kind of past where we hiked back.
Yeah,
and then just take that back to the house, and it's about 6.2 miles.
Nice.
6.25 somewhere in there. So yeah. So
well, like I said, I did my little hike this week.
Not a little hike.
Well, inspiration, because I did that. It's 10 miles there back, basically, to our house. To Pelican Bay, and then Leona and I have gone out there a couple of times even since then.
Nice.
Using our park pass.
Yeah.
So we didn't walk from here. We just went in, parked the deal, and then just walked by the reservoir, which is really cool.
Yeah. Oh, like that straight path that's right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Over to the lake house part and then back.
Yeah, that's a fun trail out. It's a good one to run because it's just flat and straight. Mm-hmm. It's very easy. Yeah. And
in the late afternoon, you're not in the sun after 6.
Right, because of the big hill that's right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It does get dark fast, however.
So the running has been a very fun new endeavor as well. I see your bag hanging there, your water satchel.
Yes, it looks exactly like yours.
Yeah, that's familiar.
Now, I noticed something. The way that I use the water hose on it.
Yeah,
it's different than the way you do.
I did, yes.
Yours loops around and then up and in, like that. I've got mine coming through this way, looping in the pocket, and then up.
Yeah.
Am I doing it wrong?
I think it's however you're comfortable doing it, honestly. It's just the reason I do that, I avoid using the pocket because I like the pockets for my phone and my headphones and some snacks on the longer runs. So
in fairness,
oranges.
I wasn't really running. I was walking most of the way.
It's okay.
So I had a few things. I couldn't. Welcome to the podcast. What are we doing? We're having a conversation. Was that running? Okay. I was just gonna say I use some things are tricky. If I do that with the pocket, as you say, if I put something in there and I pull the thing out, it goes popping out.
Right.
So anyway, well, good for you running. And
it's feeling good. I'm trying to start researching which marathon I want to sign up for. so it's going to be fun. So,
how are you, Johnny?
How are you doing okay?
I am doing okay, yes.
Okay.
After was it last Sunday? I mean, was it last Sunday that we hiked from the garden?
2 Sundays ago.
Was that 2 Sundays ago?
Yeah, because...
Well, I mean, not like yesterday Sunday. I mean, like Sunday.
Oh, yes. Yes, it was. Because, I was gone yesterday Sunday. But the Sunday before, yes, it was. When we hiked back.
This is okay. So this is what we're talking about this stuff. Because, I mean, last time in the last podcast, you were wearing your running gear because you had run here.
Yep.
And so then, since then, I bought one as well. That's
Yes.
what we were just talking about. Because I'm trying to get back into some running. I mean, I just got to do it. Right? So, and if I find that my current health situation isn't going to let me run, it's still not going to stop me. I might not run. I'll just keep hiking.
There
I'll
you
keep doing
go.
whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
If I need to get a bike, I'll do that. But my goal is to be running again. So I used to walk home from the school 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And now my goal is to do that every day. So that's a 3 mile.
3? That's pretty good.
That's right. It's either 2 or 3 miles. I think it's 3 miles. Walk from the school. So
Is it uphill that way?
yeah, there's a lot of downhill coming from the school, frankly. But I did walk home from that school the other day after, Leona's already back. I go back to school tomorrow.
Right.
Kids come back on Wednesday. So, yeah. So the thing I'm most looking forward to right now about the school year is, like, here's a day, and this much of it is school.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I'm doing here and what I'm doing here. Right. And managing that time and managing myself during it. So, anyway, all that to say is that, yes, so I did that long hike. I've been doing a lot of walks. I haven't done any today, but I probably will after dinner tonight. So, feeling better. I have. It's like a running joke that I always have to lose 10 to 15 pounds. Because that's usually what happens. I lose 10 to 15 pounds, then I get like 10 to 15 pounds. But right now, I am about 15 pounds from where I really should be. So that's what I'm working on, and working on running and stuff. So anyway, get ready to kick back into fall. Fall's kicking back in. Although the weather is not cooperating with us. When I shift to fall, I know it's not technically it isn't fall yet.
Still a little time, but it's going to be hot.
It was hot today. Good grief. Okay, well. I think that's probably all I need to update everybody with. There's probably more. I've been doing a lot of stuff, but yeah, what we talk about. Were you able to see the service or message from yesterday?
I did. As I was, excuse me, yeah. As I was hanging out in my hot tub a little bit ago, I listened to the message from yesterday. Yeah, that's how relaxed I am. Monday afternoon, I'm hanging out in the hot tub.
We can have a hot tub fellowship. Well,
the podcast in there one day.
Well, good. You were out of town this week.
Yeah, I was out of town. Harper, yeah, she went and visited my folks, and I went and grabbed her this past weekend. So,
okay, that's what we were a little confused about. I couldn't remember what the whole plan was.
Yeah, so I left on Friday to go get her. Her and I both flew back yesterday.
And in fairness, it's not because you didn't tell me. I couldn't remember. Leo and I were talking about is she going to be here? I don't know if she's here. I thought she was at your parents.
Yeah, so we were both there. But yeah, so I did watch the message. So you're in the chapter 2, going over Jonah's prayer.
Yes.
Which is, I like the prayer. It's a good one.
Well, do you want to talk about the message? Do you want to talk about the email that I sent?
All the stuff
August? Yeah, what's happening in August?
Sure, we can talk about schedule a little bit first.
Which one? It doesn't matter.
A little more.
Sometimes we get to the talk about the message stuff at the end, and then it's like, oh, we've kind of cut off our time.
Right. No, let's talk about. Yeah, we'll talk about the message first.
Okay.
So yeah, still in the Jonah series. Was there? Well, let's start. Was there anything yesterday that you missed that now you would like to reiterate or clarify or correct?
Thank you for that. This is what I love about the podcast. I can't publicly correct anything if we don't have a public. I could never the next week correct myself. That's impossible, right?
Release a statement.
The only thing is I was talking a little bit fast at the beginning, and then as I was going through, I noticed, I don't know what it is, sometimes when I'm talking, you say a word, and you think you said the word, but what came out of your mouth was not the word. So I was reading one passage, and I said, I follow your, and the word is statutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your laws, your statutes.
Right.
I think I said statues.
Follow your statutes.
That means you're not moving. I will follow your statute. Wait, what? Wait, is that idolatry? What is that? It reminds me of the time Leo and I, in college, yeah, I'm from Louisiana, I was born and raised in Louisiana, and the state bird is a pelican.
Mm.
Okay, so Leo and I were playing this old game, Pictionary, with friends, and she was drawing this pelican, and I kept saying stork. Stork! Like, it's a state bird of where I grew up. Don't you think I would know? I was so obnoxious. And she was like, yeah, I thought you would. Right. And then when I realized it, just like in the cartoons where somebody says something stupid and then their head changes into like a donkey. Yeah. It was so stupid. I thought I was saying, I thought I was saying pelican, but the whole time I was saying stork. It was just one of those weird things. So anyway, yesterday that was probably the biggest thing I would like to correct, because I said statutes. And not because I thought that's how it was supposed to be said. I literally thought I said statutes. Mm-hmm. But maybe I just said it fast, but I was just listening to it and I went, statues?
Right, yeah. As you hear it as the recording goes.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck am I talking about?
It is always funny, like sometimes on outside of the recording and you speaking, there's like a little ting or a tap or something that the mic will pick up too, right. And then it changes how you, like the word that you're saying, it also sounds different too, like little inclusions in the sound.
That must have been what had happened.
It can impact it, I'm just saying. Yeah,
I didn't say statues, I said statutes. And it was
so like the microwave beeped.
Kyle bumped the can. That's right. Who else can I blame? Oh my gosh. But yes, okay. So yeah, we were we did all of chapter 2. And one of the things about, and I've been loving this series because it's so much richer than often you hear it expanded upon or expounded upon. Well, I did it again. Anyway, but yeah, the prayer, it's an interesting thing there, that whole bit, and also taking us to the end of that chapter. Usually, even when you're looking at commentaries and stuff, there's not a lot about prayer. They often mention what I mentioned, which is he seems to be very familiar with the Psalms. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's kind of quoting a lot of them. I didn't touch on all of them, but just a few references, and you go, oh yeah, I see it now. Right. I mean, almost word for word in some cases. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So, what stood out to you about any of that, or was there anything that? Yeah, sometimes something you don't get a lot of in the Bible, and it's a bit understandable, or you have to really, you have to dig for it. Is sort of the theatrical side of some of these stories, mm-hmm. But his descriptions of what he went through, you get this sense that. He, like, as soon as he was thrown over, he was not immediately swallowed, and the storm did not immediately stop. Like, he talks about his currents, he talks about being pulled down, he talks about the seaweed, mm-hmm. He talks about, so you get this sense of this horror that he's feeling and dread, and then, in my mind, and then the fish. Then the fish. Things got really bad. So, things were terrible and awful, yeah. And then things got bad. And then they got bad. And they just keep getting worse. And yeah, so I think that second chapter, it really adds to the description of what he truly went through in his prayer, because it's not just like we've seen the VeggieTales Jonah, right? Like it's been a while. It stops immediately as they throw him overboard, and he's wearing his floaty, and they're like talking and stuff like that's not, Well, I mean, in chapter 1, it does say that the seas became calm. But my thought is, it wasn't like another 30 minutes. It was like a couple of minutes. Right. He was in the water enough for it to be... It's almost like once he went under the water, everything
Right.
Finally.
Yeah, you get the sense he's just being pulled down. He refers to Sheol, right? How do you say it?
Sheol.
Sheol, yeah. Which is, it's like the, almost like Jewish purgatory.
It's like this kind of catch-all statement that generally, I think I said it's Sunday, it means the unseen.
Right, yeah.
It's often the grave. It's a metaphorical way of referring to death, being in the grave. Right. But generally, the unseen is the idea of what we don't. You're gone from here.
For sure, yeah. Because you see a reference in like Psalms a lot and stuff, but it's a reference to like the grave.
Yeah.
So,
well, one of the things I didn't say is he says you rescued me from the pit. Right. So it's this idea that I'm in the pit of death. I'm in the pit of the grave, and so he does refer to it like that a couple of times. In his mind, I guess I'm dead.
Right.
Except for, I don't think I mentioned this, he mentions that I called to you and you answered me. And in his description of all of that, he's also kind of displaying that as he prayed, he was assured or felt the assurance of God that God was going to deliver.
That God was hearing his prayer, that he,
So, I mean, at least that's sort of the idea. Yeah, so he would, at least this is what happens as he begins to turn. That's why I called it the turn around. And I did, and once again, this is another one of those deals where I will intentionally say certain things, and I know that it's me playing with words. Mm-hmm. Like a turnaround, that's one word actually. A turnaround.
Right.
But I divided it up. Okay, so not just for the thumbnail, but it's the turn around. Mm-hmm. A turnaround it's very similar, but I just want to emphasize turn, and I also wanted to emphasize around. Because he was making a turn around. I mean, it was terrible. Now, the other thing about that is that's probably one of the things that was impactful to me in studying and preparing even a few weeks ago, because first I was talking, he kept a couple of times talks about, I turned my prayer and my eyes towards the temple. Mm-hmm. Well, you're in a fish, dude. How are you? You can see the temple in the fish, in the sea monster. So anyway, that whole idea of you have banished me from your presence. Mm-hmm. And the ultimate irony of that, because that is what Jonah wanted. That's what he was after.
He was escaping. Yeah, that's what
I want to be from your presence. And then when he was banished from his manifested presence, as I would say it, he was in despair about that. And I really wanted to emphasize all of those horrible things, even the seaweed and then the smothering, all of that horrible stuff. And yet, the thing he keeps talking about is, even though he mentions those, he's still talking about I'm turning towards the temple. I'm turning towards you. I've been banished from your presence, which is what he wanted. And that's
what he wanted. Yeah.
You got what you wanted, but usually when what we want is the opposite of what God wants. It never is what we really wanted. We just don't realize it. And that's a powerful thought within chapter 2 that is often, I think, missed. The irony of that. Everything about his journey was about fleeing God's presence now. Anyway, so that his turnaround is incredibly important there. And I think it serves as a good lesson to all of us. Now, the great thing that is going to happen, we ended with him being vomited on the dry land. I love that it says vomited. That's a great translation. Not just spit out. It's an ugly, violent word, right? And his deliverance, that's the other thing too, that 3 days in there. We will talk more about that. I mentioned that at the beginning, 3 days, 3 nights, and how, even though I think I gave enough for people to not feel, wait, is that really right? Right. But after reflecting on it, I thought, I think it's important. We're going to go back. So at the end of the series, essentially the last message will deal with the sign of Jonah. and we're going to talk about the 3 days and 3 nights. Not because it's a big deal in Jonah. It's only a big deal because Jesus quotes it that way.
Right.
3 days, 3 nights. And helping us understand what the various views of that actually are, why it's not really a problem. But it's a grand question because you don't want to gloss over a tough spot or
right,
because then you're just being pie in the sky,
right,
playing right into
acting like it doesn't exist.
Yeah. It's like I'm not really seeking truth. If you're having a debate with somebody, or if you're seeing a challenge on the internet, the last thing you want to do is just put your head in the sand and not look at that. Everything from the ending of Mark to whatever. If there's a seeming contradiction, there's usually a reason why it seems that way. And only somebody who cares. And this is what's interesting about the dig in. This is the beautiful thing about Scripture. You can begin reading Scripture as a kid, and on the surface level, you hit tons of truth. As you begin to grow and mature, and you begin to become familiar with it, you realize you can begin to pull back layers of the Word and discover even deeper truth and more things that you hadn't understood. And then you can keep diving in your entire life,
right,
and still have some profound understandings that you didn't have 15, 20 years before that. That's definitely been my experience, and the experience of many people I know, professors and others who've been studying the Word forever. And that's why it's not just Shakespeare, right? It's not just where I know you can pick up things from Shakespeare or whatever, but the Bible it's just so rich, and it's a living Word of God.
Right.
So anyway, yeah. Let's see. I was going to say, so that passage, it does end with the spit out, but the book is not over.
Right.
And
halfway there.
Yeah. Halfway there. Living on a prayer. Spit out on a prayer.
Spit out on a prayer. There you go. Your license.
Vomited on a prayer. Well, I think one of the things that, I don't know if I should do any previews. I mean, I know you've read Jonah, but like I say, but even those little bits about like realizing you ran from the presence of God and now you've got the presence of God. Now that's the problem,
right?
Is that you're missing the presence of God. Stuff like that is in every chapter, in the next 2 chapters as well.
Like how Jonah's faults still aren't over.
His faults are not over.
Like he's still, despite chapter 1 and 2, he still gets it wrong.
Well, that, just a little foreshadowing, of course, as you get to the end.
Spoilers, sorry.
Yeah, he even says in chapter 4, that's why I didn't want to go. So in the first message, I said we can speculate on various reasons, but the truth is, Jonah actually does say why he didn't want to go to Nineveh. He tells us in chapter 4. But I'll save that. Go read it. Anyhow, it's a short one. It's good. It's a short one. He does sort of say why. And he repented from his, it's interesting because he repented from his disobedience, but he still had to grow in his understanding.
Right. His heart wasn't necessarily
and his heart, well, I would say his heart wasn't changed on the boat. It did change, and this is why I believe it's such an accurate account. It's not a made-up thing, because it's so true to life. How many times in your life have you come to an understanding, repented of a sin, and then found yourself later in the middle of that sin? Right? And you thought you did, but then you realized it was an underlying thing you didn't really deal with. So with what you understood at the time, your heart does change, but it's a process. Just like repentance isn't a one-time thing. It's a process. And the more you understand, the more you know, the more you realize, it's like the more you press into the presence of God and a relationship with God, the more you realize how truly holy He is and how just He is. Right. And you begin to see, I was kind of thinking I sort of deserved it a little. But no, it was all God. God did amazing things. We're So I enjoyed speaking on chapter 2. I didn't think I would, because even in my original planning, I was thinking, well, okay, this is just the prayer. I forgot. Chapter 2 is pretty much mostly just the prayer. And that is how a lot of commentaries take it too. So Jonah prays and he repents.
And then just gloss over the prayer.
Yeah. Now he's on the ground.
Right.
And there's some very interesting things about that we're going to talk about.
There's two, just fun, because I didn't get to mention any of this last week, after the last 2 messages ago. But there are sperm whales in the Mediterranean sperm whales are capable of swallowing a human if they really wanted to.
Sure, yeah.
Size, totally fit. It doesn't even need to be a filter feeder. And then, because your examples, a filter feeder, which are like humpback whales and stuff. Because your examples were these whales, they literally engulfed these.
Simple, but again, they engulfed them, they didn't swallow them.
Right, they engulfed them. But I was thinking, so a sperm whale could theoretically swallow a human. And then there's a thing called a basking shark, which is the second largest fish, and that could also fit a human inside of its mouth.
Yes.
And then also could be sea monsters as well, because
but
that's
again,
the direct translation.
Well, think about this. If you are in the ancient world, and you, for the first time ever, you even saw a great white shark or even a humpback whale or something, you would probably call it a sea monster.
Right.
Right? It's not like the little guy you had for breakfast. It's like, whoa, sea monster. Sigmund. Anyhow, that's an old reference. Croft Superstar, Saturday mornings of the 70s. Sorry. Sigmund and the sea monster. It doesn't matter. It was horrible. I don't know why.
Yeah. So anyway, just the
sea monster.
It's not so unrealistic that. Yeah. Well, of course, with the Lord, all things are possible. But
well, again, even if, and I think this is why I mentioned this on that day, that it's kind of unusual. The odds are crazy, but it's feasible that someone could be swallowed by any of the creatures you just described.
Yeah, like small details like that is not worth
staying alive for 3 days. That's the miracle. That's when God, he even in chapter 2, he directs. He's like he tells the fish what to do.
Mm-hmm. He appointed a fish.
He appointed the fish, and then he told the fish, "Okay, spit him out."
Right.
So is God speaking fish? Well, of course he understands everything, right? He understands all of his creation. Mm-hmm. They beckon, they immediately respond to whatever God wills and wants. So, the miracle is that it was as long as he was in there. Now again, I'll talk more about this, about the 3 days, 3 nights. Very common Hebrew expression. There's like a time of trial, tribulation, deliverance is often sometimes referred to in that 3 day, 3 night kind of expression. And so, that could have been, a day and a half. It could have been 2. But when I'm reading Jonah anyway, I just kind of go face value what it says, 3 days, 3 nights. The only reason we're going to kind of dissect it a little bit more is because of what Jesus said about it later. That's what I was saying a minute ago. But otherwise, I would just take it at face value, 3 days, 3 nights. 3 Hebrew days, I guess. 3 Jewish days, Jewish calendar, Gregorian calendar. Which one is it?
I don't know. Right. They're not exactly specific. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, anyhow, so my goal is, but we'll see, is to finish Jonah within the month of August. So
cool. Awesome.
I think 2 or 3 at least more messages. If not 4, I might spend 2 in each chapter because there's a lot there.
There's a lot in each chapter, absolutely.
And it dovetails, maybe I should say, tails into what we're doing in this month and in August, because again, those last 2 chapters again show once more how much God cares about people. Mm-hmm. How he wants, he even cared about the very wicked Ninevites.
Yep.
Ninevites? Yeah.
Ninevians.
Ninevians. Oh my gosh.
I think they're called Ninevites in Tales, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're right. Ninevite, yeah. Oh my gosh. What time is it? We're out of time.
I don't know. I was waiting on cookies still.
Oh, you're still waiting on cookies? Cookie break? No, we're going to start talking about this. The idea that we are... I've always said this about house churches, okay? We're not a house church, first of all. I have a lot of friends I have a few friends who have like a network of house churches, and that's their church. They never build a building. They never do a big corporate gathering together. They're just a connected group of small groups, basically. And I'm okay with that if you are being outreach oriented. So what happens is you get a group of people together, like in a small group in a church, and they're together all the time, and their relationships get deeper. They get kind of into deep Bible studies and things, and then they just completely forget about lost people in their community and in their neighborhoods, and they just kind of do their own thing and get really comfortable with that. In fact, so much so that if somebody new came into their house, it would be weird. Right? You'd be an outsider in their group of 10, 15 people or whatever. And so we never want to be that. Okay, so we've never been that, really, at least not in heart and spirit and teaching and whatever. Yeah. But even our base camp gatherings are not just a small group gathering. We do a full service. So anyway, all that to say. We've been in this mode for just a little bit over the summer, and it's just time to get back out there. Yeah. So that's what we're doing in August. A lot of praying about that, a lot of sorting through. We talked a little bit about possible, scenarios. So the way it looks, as of right now, we're doing a bookend of being here at the house in August. So the first Sunday and the very last Sunday, which is Labor Day weekend. And you may not even be here on that day, so it's perfect timing for us to be back then. But the other Sundays in August, we're going to be back at the school, Arkansas Elementary School. Church at the Tree, weather permitting.
Hello.
Wait a minute. Is it
what
time?
Could it be?
Cookie break?
They're super hot.
What?
So they kind of melted a little bit, the eyeballs did.
Are they edible?
Yes.
Okay.
We ate them.
Look,
They're
they
made out
have
of sugar.
eyes.
That one looks like a heart.
Kinda.
Is it a
So
cyclops?
they're super
They have
hot.
eyeballs.
What are these?
Those are monster cookies to go with the monsters we made.
Cookie break.
Awesome.
The
These are
monster
great.
cookies and then
They're looking
monster
at us
cookies.
here. Let me just get
You want to wave at the camera?
Here, let's see. Yeah, wave at them. Let's see if you can see the eyeballs.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Oh
These
my
are
gosh.
monster cookies, and then these are
Looking at
monster
us.
cookies.
Sweet. Thank you, ladies. That's amazing. Thanks,
Thank
Mark.
you.
All right, napkin for
There
you.
we go. All right.
Let's give them a try. We'll pause. We'll talk a little more in a minute.
Monster cookies. Kind
Horrifying.
of scared to eat one of those things.
They are pretty hot, it looks like. All right, well, you try one of those. I'll try this green. Ay. Whoa. I'll try this green with eyes. Okay. Now, let's see.
Very gooey. But it's so
Basic sugar cookie with little extra sprinkles and very hot and gooey. That's awesome. I like that one.
All right.
I'm gonna try them.
You got off the hook easy last time, Johnny. Here it is. After much
What is
much
this?
anticipation, it is Bible
trivia. Nothing trivial about Bible trivia. All right, but I make no promises. I mean, I'm not in my right mind tonight, so
It's okay.
Sunday I'm talking about following statues.
So it's going to be just all very Jesus and disciple-centric questions. What were Peter and Andrew doing when Jesus called them to follow him?
That's an interesting one because I always pictured this. Well, first I'll answer. They were fishing.
Very good.
Okay,
Yes.
so-
yes.
They, when I first read that story or heard about those early disciples and Jesus calling them while they were fishing, and they drop their nets and they follow him. John tells us, he leaves their father Zebedee.
Yep.
And I always thought, man, Jesus must have been, as he was walking, he must have had this steely eye. And he just looked up and they were like, yes, we will follow. But he knew them. Right. They had heard him already. They had already kind of...
He was familiar with the area, yeah.
So when he was calling them to follow him, he was saying, come be my disciple, let me be your rabbi. Right? Come follow me.
Right.
So anyway,
yeah, that was not their first time meeting Jesus.
Right.
All right.
Brother, good coffee, man.
That was bad. Name the two Old Testament people that appeared during the Transfiguration.
I preached on this
I know you did.
years ago. Two old guys. One of them was one of the Three Stooges. Mo.
Oh, you're missing the second half.
Moses and let's see, Elijah.
Yes.
Representing essentially profoundly the law and the prophets. Right there, Transfiguration. It's a good question. You're using big words.
Mm-hmm.
That's way too big for me, Jim.
I doubt it. All right, and let's see, number 3. Where were you here? Oh, yep. All right. So when Jesus fed the 5,000, what food did he start with?
Oh, dude! Which one was first?
I am looking for quantities here, if you have.
I'll just tell you the leftovers. Well, let's see. That's kind of tricky, because I hadn't thought about which one was first. I'll just say, first of all, it was 5 loaves and 2 fish.
There you go. That's the question. Yep.
That's the question?
That's the question. Was, yeah,
all right, I was going to say, which one does it say he broke the bread first or the fish first? Do you know?
Oh, like for
when
that's
what you were
when
asking.
he was giving thanks and asking for the Lord to bless the food.
Yeah, what does it say? I can't remember.
Oh, I'd have to go back and pull up the verse now. I just have that portion written down now.
I'm going to eat this other eyeball cookie. This one has eyelashes.
Looking at the Mark version here. Let's pull it
Okay.
I suppose.
Not to be confused with the feeding of the 4,000.
Correct. Yes.
Quick. How many loaves on the 4,000?
3? No. Feeding of the 4,000. There's the feeding of the 4,000. Where is it?
It's pretty close to 5.
Was it?
A little bit later.
Oh, here we go. Feeding of the 5,000. So we're going to show our that's kind of.
Thanks for staying with us during this time of meditation.
Yeah, excuse me, sorry.
I'm going to eat another cookie. I'm just really hungry all of a sudden.
He took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and broke the loaves.
Okay, feeding of 5,000.
Yep. He kept giving them to his disciples to set before the people. He also divided the 2 fish among them all. Everyone ate and was satisfied. So the loaves were first,
okay.
and then the fish. Yes.
All right, feeding of the 4,000. How many loaves?
Oh, now we got to go to the 4,000.
Do you know? Test yourself now.
Yeah. 7. All right, 7 loaves and a few small fish. A few means 3. I said 3.
I was talking about the loaves.
Oh.
So
7
you're right.
loaves.
Okay.
Maybe I had it wrong. Okay, sorry about all right, so 7 loaves and 3 fish and feeding of 4,000 people.
Crazy. It's like he needed less for more people. He's just changing it up, man. It's kind of like when he would heal a blind person.
Yeah.
They'll spit and whatever in your eye. I'm just going to say, you're better. Just a depending on the guy. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if you were part of that following entourage and you've been healed vision, and then you meet somebody else who had been healed of blindness, and then you realize, wait a minute, he didn't spit.
He didn't spit on you.
You're right.
I think you'd probably be like a local celebrity. Jesus touched you? Like just the mere fact that you were blessed enough.
I'm just horse around. It's still funny though. I mean, there are funny things in the Bible that way. Okay.
There's the three. Oh, you want a fourth little bonus one?
No, but I'm
Here
sure
we go. Bonus question time.
I thought the 4,000 was bonus.
No, it's your
That's
bonus.
Rebecca. Okay. It's like Uno. It's like a reverse card. You just threw it.
All right. Oh, here we go. This is completely off topic. Which human author wrote the most words in the Bible?
Luke.
Oh, see, this says Moses.
Moses?
This is-
Oh, in the
this-
Bible.
in the whole Bible.
I was thinking,
Yeah, the New Testament would totally be.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I misunderstood you. But fortunately, I've already passed the test. These were just bonus questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was thinking New Testament. Yeah, that's something that a lot of people don't know. I know we've talked about it before. That just in terms of not number of books,
Right.
but just sheer
Just
number of
volume,
words.
yeah.
It's Luke, and most people aren't going, well, Luke wrote the New Testament. And they say, well, Paul made it all up, right? All right.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Good stuff.
There's a lot that already happened before Paul had his whole encounter, which is already, verified by Luke, right?
I mean, Luke was with Paul, but so. Oh,
Doctor Luke.
all right. So, what else before we? Oh, you know what? We were still talking about the real fast month of August. We're gonna jump to that real quick. Because we want to get back out there. We're going to be at the school at 2 of those Sundays. We're doing a movie night.
Yes.
And there's only one tiny snag with that at the moment. And that is the company that we licensed the public viewing from, Swank Motion Picture. Almost every year that I contact them and tell them what movie and all the details, the person I'm dealing with, it's a new person. Right, so I don't know what's going on there, but I mean, I know they've had a few people that stay. I mean, like who've been there for a long time with that company. But every time I talk to them, I have to talk to somebody new. So this last one, the person that I had sent my email to, the person I dealt with last time, the auto respond came back, basically saying this person is no longer with our company.
Oh.
So
So now you're gonna find a new rep to deal with.
Yeah, I may just there's a phone number too, so I may just do it all on the phone. That's a simple one, and we can even pay for it over the phone. But so that's a tiny snag, and then I'm waiting. Lori at the school, she's like, "Yeah, of course, you're right." We have this new added feature of it's being submitted through APS facility rentals,
Right.
and they haven't gotten back with me yet.
Okay.
So as far as they're concerned, they don't even know we're going to be there this coming Sunday yet, even though it's been requested. We're going to be there. We are going to be there. Now, the other thing that we're doing is that we're going to also be at a park.
Mm-hmm.
A new park, a different park, completely different area. We've been in a lot of parks. It's always fun when we do a gathering, because I just feel like we can't worship any more in public than just being in a park, right? And at the same time, we don't want to bother people, right? Like, so if we're going to have our service, we don't put it right next to the playground equipment.
Right. Yeah.
It's just obnoxious for people. But this place is in the general area of that we haven't been in much.
Mm-hmm.
It's near your neighborhood, a little bit more to the south. I don't know a lot about it. Frankly, I didn't even know that school and park existed. I just stumbled upon it only about a week ago. And I was out praying and doing a simple drive around. That's something I do from time to time, just to kind of, it's like boots on the ground, really understanding our area and where do we need to be, and kind of having another eye out for are there any permanent spots or dance studio, so whenever we could start writing instead. And I went past the Starbucks there on Tower as it becomes Reservoir, and I was about to turn into Carousel, right? Your neighborhood there. Mm-hmm. And I just kind of missed the turn. Well, I'm going to go around to the next one. Then I was like, I think I need to turn back around. Yeah. I went to the light, and instead of making a U-turn, because I couldn't tell if I could make a U-turn or not, I just went, well, I'll just turn left. And that road just curved around, and I was like, this is really pretty back here. Mm-hmm. And then there was this big open space in an elementary school. Well, that's kind of, every time I drive by an elementary school now, I try to envision what our entry area would look like.
Where are we parking?
Exactly. So, well, that's kind of a cool one. I mean, it's like an older school, but it's Cherry Creek. It's not APX.
Yeah.
I feel like we're cheating on our school district in a way. But we're not leaving. We're having two wives. That's an Old Testament. We have two school districts. Anyhow, so I saw that, and then I drove up to the park, and we'll just be crude. Behind the seat, I had to go to the bathroom, and I needed to stop somewhere just to go to bed. And I went, well, I wonder if this park has a bathroom in it or whatever. So I walked past the playground, mm-hmm. and I saw it. There it was. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those vaulted things, but it was clean. It was great. Yeah. But this is fantastic. And that's when I started, I wonder if we could meet here. And it's just another way to be out in a new place. Yeah. Let more people know we exist. I know this is all kind of fast, but I mean, if we can get I'm working on getting some new signs also that can be for just that purpose. The Compass Church is going to be here tomorrow, that kind of thing.
For sure, yeah.
And put that out there and let people just driving by say, what's Compass Church? They'll just at least see that we exist. Mm-hmm. And who knows, maybe, I'm going to promote it. I might do some Facebook ads about it and really try to let people know we're there. Now, the more I thought about it, like if we want to go back and do that kind of thing, I thought, well, maybe we should do a movie night here, Mm-hmm. Same thing, just use our generator, because we have a generator. We could do everything that we needed to do. I just need to get permission from Aurora Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing about Aurora Parks and Rec. Now we're going long. But here's the thing about Aurora Parks and Rec. I haven't talked to them in a long time. But I do know that they love the idea of neighborhoods doing movie nights mm-hmm. in their community. Right? But they always have this little tiny little thing at the bottom saying, be sure you get public performance rights for the movie that you're showing. Right. They don't provide that, but they'll let you use their projector and all kinds of stuff. Okay. They give us Parks and Recs. It's the community.
Right. Yeah.
But it's like if you say you're a church and you're doing a church thing.
We
don't know if everybody will be. Is that going to be okay? I mean, it's the Emperor's New Groove. I mean,
it's not a religious.
It's not a religious movie. There's
it's just
no
funny. It's
fee.
Yeah.
Well, that's the movie, by the way. If you didn't know, that's what we're going. That's the plan anyway. If the licensing people ever get back.
Yeah.
But anyhow, so that's the thinking behind this: to get back out, continue to care about people, continue to kind of have some new pockets of opportunity for us to meet some people.
Yeah.
The movie night that we're doing is also an opportunity for us, not just to invite the community, but also to invite some people to serve with us.
Yeah.
And that way we meet each other, serve together. There's something about working and serving with people. You get to know them faster.
Mm-hmm.
And
absolutely.
So, in fact, I'm going to tell everybody, if you know somebody who wants to help us, now we got to be careful on a level, because anybody who's officially serving with us is representing us in a way. So we got to be a little careful about that. I don't want to put out the wrong face. But anyhow, so a lot of stuff we're doing in August, and some of how that goes determines September, October.
Yep.
And then, of course, we have harvest
harvest
stuff coming up.
Hopefully, yeah. It should be a fair amount.
Harvest dinner plus preparing packets of our garden fresh vegetables.
Yep. And if we do want to be serious about that, then we'll talk about this more off camera. But preserving the produce we harvest so that it lasts longer. There are a few simple things we can do right away that will be, the people basically won't be handed fresh produce and then it sits on their counter and goes in the trash at home. We give it to them in a more essentially usable and long-lasting way. It's just kind of simple processing stuff. But we should have plenty of carrots, plenty of beans, plenty of garlic, obviously. Peppers, hopefully some tomatoes, pumpkins. There's that one pumpkin.
Pumpkins. We got a pumpkin patch.
Yeah, we got a pumpkin patch. We really do. It's looking great. It really is. So,
all right, we probably talked too long.
Yeah, we have.
So. We started late, so I don't know. There are two things that have come up about our podcast.
Edit down all that time I was scrolling on my phone.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So, you're talking about extra time? No, I'm not doing that. It is what it is. It's the podcast. Yeah, I'm just kidding around. Two ideas about the podcast. One was our walking podcast.
Yeah.
That was something we talked about. I don't know if we can do it or not, but I still like it. I still like recording us just walking and talking as we're walking through the neighborhood. It also will help people who don't live here, who follow the podcast, see how beautiful this place is that we live, right? I don't know. Maybe. The other was having an outdoor podcast out on the deck. Yep.
Yeah.
The third idea was at your place. Do you remember when we were there back in October?
The fire pit?
Yeah, and we talked about the possibility of doing it from your man cave area.
Oh, yeah, the basement. That's a mess right now. But yes. Absolutely.
Off camera, you can't see the mess that is this room.
Push everything to the sides.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
All right, well, you wrap up, I guess. Get back into it, man. Get back into school for me tomorrow. And ironically, right at the time, you're not working.
I'm on vacation.
You're on vacation between your adventures.
Yes.
Hilarious. Okay. Okay. Well, then, anything else before we move along? How about John 3:16?
John 3:16. Can't forget that one. The reason why we're here, right? For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whosoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
There it is. Love it. Internalize that verse. It is an anchor verse for us, for sure.
One of the best.
All right. Well, one of the best. It's all good.
It's all really good. For sure.
Oh, my soul. Okay. Well, you know what? We meet somewhere in the world every single week. You can generally find us at the moment still on Facebook at Compass Church Colorado. And you can discover more at compassdenver.com. We're going to meet at 10 o'clock this Sunday at Arkansas Elementary School. We'd love to have you as our guest this week.
Yeah.
All right. Final word. So,
this has been great because he is great.
Grace to you and peace. That's all we have for tonight, and we are out.
Bye.
Bye now. I don't know if we have a simple thumbnail.